Hello, scholars. 7-6, dividing decimals by decimals. Your problem stated here, Aaron buys erasers for his pencils. Each eraser costs 20 cents. The total cost is $1.20. How many erasers does Aaron buy? Well, you would set this up 120 divided by 20 cents. All right? Or 1 and 20 hundredths divided by 20 hundredths. All right? Pause it, copy this down. So scholars, as you can see the problem set up, what I will do is, let me do it this way. Set up my divisor, my dividend, and then as I mentioned in one of the other videos, in order to divide this number, we want to make our divisor a whole number. And in order to do that, we can multiply that, in this case, by 10 to the power of 2 or 100, because it's in the hundreds. And we want to be able to move this decimal over. And so now that new divisor is 20. Whatever you do to one part of the equation, you must do to the other part. So we have to multiply that by the power of 10 or power of 100. So this new number, your new dividend, make that darker, would be 120. Now 20 into 120, we would say it goes about 6 times. And that is 120 itself, and that's 0. So Aaron bought 6 erasers. 6 erasers. We want to try a few other problems, and I'll just set them up for you. I'll set up a couple here, like 2 4/10 divided by 3/10. All right, same type of thing. 3/10 on the is your divisor. 2 4/10 is our dividend. Multiply that by 10 because we want to move it over one place value. And then we multiply this by 10 because we want to move it over one place value. So our new numbers are now 3 divided into 24. And that's a basic fact of 8. So our answer should be 8. Now, if you have a number like this is where I know sometimes there's confusion. If you have and I want to make sure you copy this down, so I'm going to block this off. If you have a number that is somewhat larger or even smaller, so if you have a number like, let's say, first we'll do a number like this, 3 and 69 hundredths divided by 3 and 3/10. All right? Now again, I want to make this a whole number, so 3 and 3/10. We want to multiply that by 10, that which is going to move our decimal. We're going to multiply this by 10, which is going to move our decimal. So we now have 33 divided into 36 and 9/10. All right, now we can solve, but again, we still have a decimal in there. So that would be 1, and that would be 3. Bring our 9 down, we bring our decimal up. That would be 1. 6, 0, bring the 0 down. That would be, again, that's 1, and so on. And this one continues. This one seems to continue. Right, is that right? Is that continuing? Oh, I did the wrong problem. This one's going to continue. You might even have a number, Okay. After a while, just going to repeat. All right, so we'd have a repeat symbol. All right, which is the line over the number. Okay. Now that's just one thing, but all I'm really focusing on is the decimal movement. Okay, that's the one I want to make sure that you see. Now, the other option or another problem might be, and I'm gonna go to another page, but the other problem would look something like this, where you have a number like 33, and again, I'm trying to make up a number, and 72 hundredths divided into 27. Okay, now obviously we've got to move our decimal 2 places, so that means we have to multiply this and move our decimal 2 places. So your new number would look like this. Your new numbers would look like this. Because again, we multiplied this by 100. We have to multiply that by 100. Okay? And our decimal is behind the 7, so we're just going to move it twice. Then we can do our problem. We can continue again saying, oh, maybe that's 8, but I think 8's too high, so I'll try 7. And I get 14, 1, 49, 50, 26, right? We can do our problem. Okay. All right, and then we would bring our decimal and our 0 down and go from there. All right. So again, you would do something of that nature where you would make this number larger. All right. Again, get those examples down. We'll do some more practice in the classroom.